Menu narration option is set to off. Menu narration option is set to off.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Okay, give some credit to the team covering the kick, but boy, what was he thinking? Stay in the end zone, take the knee, and help out your offense. Instead, you put your team in a really precarious position.
Now a man picked up on draft night this year, DeAndre Swift. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
At the 14-yard line.
On the option to give to Swift here. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Once again, it's Swift. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. When you look at this defense, they were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37. A run for the former Seahawk. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Eagles had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. but I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
And then Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Deron Payne, the big deep tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hurts. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. This is Swift on the counter, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now a toss for Swift left side. And able to work his way down to the 16. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Hurts with a quick throw, complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player, and it appears to be Devontae Smith who's having some problems here. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown! His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Brissett to throw on 1st. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Brissett sets to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. Brissett going to move him around here. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Brissett. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. He's got Gibson on the out route.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 7 overall. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They run out of the gun with Swift. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. But now an audible here into something else.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Now that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Brissett. He's got his target. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Commanders' first down.
Robinson up the middle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Brissett. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
3rd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Hand off now to Robinson. And some room to roll. There he goes, left side. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 33. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action now. Brissett. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Brissett now. That's out to the flat for Gibson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now Brissett. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the 1st. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2nd and 5. On the option to give to Swift here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Hurts sets up to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
If Goddard doesn't miss 5 games last year, there's a good chance he gives Philly a 3rd 1,000-yard receiver. Just getting better and better, now entering his 6th season.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the option to give to Swift here. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott.
A 64-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And they're going to speed things up here.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Washington.
First down, Brissett. Quick throw there is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead there, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He may go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, an even 90 yards. And the Eagles use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when he would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When he'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
42-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 13.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. That is caught by Thielen. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Gibson again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Well, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. Robinson will try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Here's 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Here's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. On third down, Robinson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here's Brissett. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. They'll come up first and 10 here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
This is first and 10. Hurts now, hoping to make up for that pick six. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he'll get out of bounds, so that stops the clock. Is on one play. They're up close to midfield.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
He's back to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you can see what they were trying to do. Just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties. You're not going to hold corners with any looks because they know what the situation is. Ends up throwing the interception.
So a victory here for the Commanders. So they came in here facing a very tall task going against the NFL's #1 ranked defense, but they got the job done. Charles, really an outstanding performance.
They certainly showed that they weren't going to be intimidated, didn't they? They took out the best defense in the NFL today, took it right to them, and that's against a group of guys that is used to shutting people down. To me, this is going to be a signature moment for this team season.